welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover something a little different, something quite large, yet probably one of the coolest Autobot things that has ever been created. I'm talking Generation 1 Countdown. This ginormous, awesome rocket base is just packed with gimmicks and just too much awesome in this thing, just period. I don't care who you are out there. If you really like Transformers, this is like the beef. This is the thing you're going to want. It is a very cool looking base. It's got tons of detail packed throughout the entire package. There is not an ounce of detail on this thing that is just not good. It's got a very nice stickering sheet that really brings out a little extra detail. You know that little 80s vibe that everybody likes? Yeah, it's got that. Not to mention, it actually comes with a little guy called Countdown, because, you know, actually the base isn't even called Countdown. It's just a rocket base. This is Countdown, this little dude. But, you know, we'll get into this here in a few minutes after we get done talking about the ginormous base we got going on over here. This rocket base is just packed with detail. It's actually got a gimmick that allows you to take good old my G2 Galaxy shuttle will actually fit on this thing. Looks really cool when you actually have it on the base, and it just adds to the aesthetic. The aesthetic is just very nice, and there's just a lot of stuff this thing does. It's got pivoting cannons, it's got rotating radar dishes. It's even got a little control arm, which is kind of nice, so that way you can repair any broken parts on your robots and any broken parts on your rockets, because, you know, that's what this thing's for. It's for transportation. So this isn't all this thing does, so I'm going to go ahead and go into a little bit more of the detail of this thing, because, you know, it's got a lot going on. It's got a lot of panel line detail going along on the bottom where the actual rocket sets. It actually has these little nubs that stick up that allow you to set the rocket directly down onto it so it doesn't fall off. Kind of works a little bit for Galaxy Shuttle, but not very superb. It's an attempt, but it just doesn't work that well. But it does fit the rocket just fine. It's very neat. I do like the idea that it is very versatile. Another cool thing this thing actually has is a working elevator. I'm going to bring him a little closer here to show you guys. It does have a elevator that will go up. It's a bit stiff, but it does the job. Now, if you did happen to have a Micromaster, you know, if you had a little Countdown here sitting on here, he kind of sets off of it in his quick little transformation robot mode. He obviously is a little too tall for it, but he does fit just fine. It's kind of neat, but he will kind of fall off when you're trying to push this thing up and down, unless you just hang on to him the whole time. But, you know, that's what it does. And not supposed to go forward on you like that, but hey, why not? It can be a roller coaster, I guess. Anyhow, let's go ahead and go into a little more detail when we transform this thing, shall we? at Countdown himself, the little Micromaster. He's a very, very cool little moon buggy. I do like the fact that this is really one of the only Micromasters that actually has stickers. And the stickers go right here on his little wheels. It gives him a little bit of detail, and it's pretty neat. Although one of mine here is kind of coming off, but you know, I replaced some of the stickers and some of them are kept authentic. But I do like this one here a lot. He does have a little bitty seat here where it looks like you can set 2 people, and he does have this little radar dish here that does tilt back and forth, which is kind of nice. It's a little bit of playability, but a lot of these little Micromasters really didn't have much of a playing size toy to go with it. I mean, mostly it was like rotating stuff and things like that, but I do like this little moon buggy itself. And it's a bit of an homage to the battle buggy from the Diaclone line, so I do like that, although I'd expect more of a gun on the back, but goes with the base, right? Anyway, let's take a quick look at the robot mode, shall we? Look at Countdown in his robot mode. He's a pretty cool little guy. He's got a lot of detail, and he's very, very neat. I do like the way the colors kind of pop out of him, you know, considering he has a silver chest. He does happen to have a Autobot symbol right there on his chest. It's a very neat little dude. I do like him a lot. He's not too bad. He doesn't really try to fall over anything because, you know, he does have fairly good sized feet. So he's not that back heavy, although he does have this little radar dish thing here just jetting off the back. Normally he would be whiter than this on the back, but mine's getting a little bit of sun more. But you know, that's okay, because these guys are hard enough to find as it is. I do like him a lot. He is probably one of the coolest little Micromasters that I've ever owned, and I do really respect him. Considering, you know, he's a little guy in charge of a large base and rockets and such. So let's take another close look at that gigantic base, shall we? Taking a closer look at Countdown after he's completely put into his city mode. This is like a gigantic mobile command base. It's got so much detail and so many things are going on with this in particular. It's got many places for computer panels, not to mention it's got several areas for parking, considering Micromasters can actually park in this thing. It has a lot of interactive things, such as ramp in the back, not to mention control arm, a lot of 5mm port action here. You can take the guns and the command modules themselves that do move up and down, by the way, the guns do. These can actually swap out. You can put this over there where the small gun is, and the small gun can go here, and you can put that command unit there, back over there on the side of the corner, and put this up there. There's a whole lot of different things you can do with this base. This base itself has a lot of playability and a lot of value in it. It is probably one of the coolest sets that I own, and I really, really, really enjoy this particular setup. I'm a huge fan of the city bots, and this one here being a rocket base that turns into pretty much a gigantic military base is very, very, very cool. Even has an area over here where you can put either a space shuttle or a larger space shuttle as a landing platform, although it does have an H on it, so it can be a helicopter pad if you wanted it to. It's got plenty of playability. Every one of these ramps do plug into other Micromaster bases, so it allows you to be able to expand this entire set every direction you possibly would want to. It does not have an actual connection piece for the one in the very back, considering it's a ramp that goes directly to the ground. But that ramp itself is pretty cool because it allows you to be able to reach the second floor, which is the major command base area. to access that. It does have several little bitty, posts here and there that allow you to take a Micromaster. If you look at the bottom countdown here, countdown actually has a little hole here in the bottom, and these holes allow you to be able to plug your Micromasters on there to keep them from actually falling over. A lot of you guys are collecting Titan returns out there. Well, this is a similar gimmick. But it's a very, very, very cool set indeed. I do like it. It is a very, very, very colorful set. And a lot of people say, oh, well, this is, you collect G2, you don't really collect Generation 1. You're correct about that. But this thing here has such a comic book vibe to it that it really kind of fits in the G2 category as well, considering this was the tail end of G1. So it does fit very well, and I do like City Bots, so City Bots stay. But anyway, this has been Plasticon. This has been yet another ginormous, huge review of a big base that quite a few folks have not gotten hold of. And this is me, signing off. I'll see you around. Peace out. Bye.